Hey, you, welcome to another update. I'm Seymour Segment, your founder and president and CEO. And I've showed many weeks we've met, and I've shown you these 3D animations here. Here is Extreme. We've looked at it from many different angles over the. I love playing with this stuff over the months, and I wanted to just focus in on this end, which we've seen before in this kind of animation before, but a little earlier today I got some new photography in from Philip Spasev, who's our master kind of 3D photographer. And God, this is one of the shots that came in. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at this. This is road and life in the car. Isn't that stunning? But that actually wasn't what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you well, this isn't the new photograph. I mean, this is an old one, this is part of our briefing to our development partners a few months ago. It says, look, it says these graphics are not final. Just as well we said that because in the meantime, as you know, we've surfaced the magnets. You remember we spoke about that a few weeks ago, where to get the grip that we needed, we brought the magnets up to the surface. So if you bring a surface magnet in here, now you have to change the shape of this finger scoop here. And you have to change this as well. And that's actually reflected, that change. Did we talk about that before? I don't remember. That's actually reflected here in this model here with the magnets there and the new scoop. And this little guy here is silicon. But what I wanted to show you was, this is the document where this is just me messing around here. Look, where I mock up exactly what the surface of the product should look like. I think we talked about this in one of the updates where we were talking about the dress. But here's the bottom of most of them. But of course, the bottom of Extreme has much more going on. So here's the mock-up, and now just look at this. This is the picture that we just got in from Philip. Isn't this stunning? And this is crazy, right? And I thought it would be fun. There's so much going on in here. I thought it'd be fun just to talk about it for a couple of minutes, because when you get this, you'll just glance at it, it'll look okay, and you'll get on with your life. But I thought I would just talk you through some of what's going on down here. And the first thing I want to just talk about is just this graphic saying in and out. And if this looks really simple and you're wondering why I would say anything about it, well, then we've done our job. Because one of the things, and if you've been watching these updates, you know, is that making things simple is really, really tough to do. What you've got going on here is a bunch of different outlets. Okay, these two USB-As. USB-A outlets are always number 7. They're always on a single gang. Number 7, so they'll light up LED number 7 when you're using them. You've got the 12-volt outlet here behind this cap. I'm afraid that I don't have a copy of this picture yet with the cap off, but the cap has got the two big prongs behind for jump starting your car. Then you've got USB-C, very powerful power delivery out. You know, the new power delivery standard that's now common across the industry. There. The thing is that the USB-C can be used for power in or for power out, and then you've got the old micro connector. And the reason we include this is not because we love it, but because everybody has a cable. So we don't need to ship you a cable to charge your stuff. You already have a micro USB. You probably by now maybe you've got a C or 2, and if not, you will do soon. But everybody has a micro, so we're including the micro for now, even though we hope it'll go away out of our lives as soon as possible, because C is so much better and so much faster. But just developing this graphic here, we needed an incredibly simple way of showing you which outlets were in and which outlets were out in a world where one of them does both. And so this is what we've arrived at. Everything inside the out section is out, and everything inside the in section is in. And then while we were working on it, of course, the magnets arrived here, and you can't. It would be sloppy. It would look really sloppy if you printed across the magnet. So this line has to break to make room for the magnet there. But I hope you agree that this is really nice and simple and elegant. Of course, in practice, it's going to be much smaller, depending on how big you're playing the video at the moment. But it'll be, I think it's 83 I know it's 83 millimeters from here to here, 26 millimeters from here to here. So the thing will be What size will it be on the end? This end here will be about the same as the side of a cigarette packet, to give a very old-fashioned reference. Hopefully, most people watching this will go, "What's a cigarette packet?" So that was the graphical element of it. The other thing that I wanted to point out is we've got gold flash gold plating on all of the USB connections, right? So in here, inside the micro, these don't look as gold because you can't get quite as much light in there for the photograph, but gold plating for the micro, gold plating for the C, and gold plating for the two A's means that we're going to be able to get a really nice connection in there. Other little details that I obsess over, that most people would never think of or never care about, but I think they're the reason why, I hope they're the reason why when you get this in your hands, it's just going to feel fantastic. Just little things like this magnet is perfectly aligned down the center there. And you might say, well, of course it is. Why would it ever be anywhere else? Well, the thing is that when you engineer a product like this, it's actually much more convenient to put things where they fit rather than where some idiot with an English accent says that they ought to be. So we had to, with the pins were there, we had to move a lot of things around internally in order to get the magnets lining up perfectly like so, but I think it looks great now. Other decisions. How sharp should this angle be? We had various drafts. Is it actually different on this older one here? Now on this, we've got it fairly tight, but do you see how it's a softer curve here on this older one? And even details like how sharp should that corner be are things that we've discussed, or we've tried different things, and then having made the decision, of course, it's not just this one here, but it has to match this one here and this one here and all the ones on here, and then it has to match the various equivalents on some of the other products, like MAGFAST Air has a little marked section. It has MAGFAST Air, you remember, that goes on your desk, also has these two guys, right? It has the micro and the C on the back, so whatever cable you've got, you're going to be fine. And so it also has one of these little marker sections around it. I'll show you that another. I don't have one standing by ready to show you here, but I'll show you that another week. I'm trying to think what else there is to tell you about. This is just another design element. Over the New Year's break, the Chinese New Year's break, we were going through the models in a lot of detail, and this. Because of moving the magnets in here, we had to adjust the shape of this guy here. And as you know, I'm crazy about symmetry. Like, I like everything to be completely symmetrical. I think it's one of the reasons why our stuff looks good. The symmetry line for here is down the middle, is down this line here, right? Because with this collection of things, it isn't possible to be completely symmetrical about the center line. So given that we're not around this line, given that we're not symmetrical anyway, because we've got more visual weight, as proper designers would say here, because these guys are bigger than these guys, because there's more visual weight on this side than this side anyway, we decided that this cap cover didn't need to be symmetrical. So we've got a little place here, and it's a tiny bit difficult to see here, but you'll get your finger in under there. This is a kind of silicone-y. Do you see it's a slightly matte compared to the gloss of the plastic, but you'll get your finger in underneath here, and this will be silicone-y, and you'll lift it out. And we surprised ourselves when we were designing this, which is that we thought that we would just have a curve at this end and then it would be straight at this end. But when we put a curve on this end, even though the next thing was a straight line here, we found that we fell in love. And so there's your, isn't that gorgeous? I know. 99% of the people watching this video now think I'm completely crazy for caring about this. I'm just glad that you're the 1% who appreciate it. All right, so that's your update. A lot of care, a lot of love. I always estimate hours, and because I don't log all of my hours, but the amount of, I'm certainly 24 hours in. I'm certainly more than half of a working week, just making sure that certainly all of the graphics and particularly this end of this product. If you look not just at the graphics, but all of the details about here, making sure that these angles in here are all just right, so they all fit perfectly together. So a lot of time, a lot of love in here, and you are going to love holding MAGFAST Extreme and all of the other products in your hand.